It's Ron Reader digs the universe. I'm Ron Reader, and this is Ron Reader Digs the Universe. And tonight, Libertarians and other billionaire apologists. According to the Oxford Languages Dictionary, an apologist is a person who offers an argument in defense of something controversial. The word is used most often in relation to religion. Author C.S. Lewis, for instance, with his liar, fool, or divine proposition, was a Christian apologist. A libertarian, on the other hand, is simply someone who supports freedom. But when you capitalize the letter L in libertarian, as in the Libertarian Party, what you actually get is someone who really likes to lecture you about economics. Turns out that the liberty these libertarians are talking about is the freedom of money and the people who have money. Not your money, not your freedom. These libertarians with the capital L are essentially apologists for billionaires, and when they argue, they do so with as much zeal as Christian apologists. They got pages and pages and pages of arguments explaining why you're a moral asshole for supporting welfare or other forms of human decency. Job creators, huzzah! Anyway, I got one of these libertarians commenting on a clip from the episode I did last week on basic income for Irish artists. I used the phrase free money, and this libertarian commenter was like, well, nothing is free because someone had to work for that money, and then the government came along and took it away as taxes and yada yada yada. And it's like, dude, why the fuck do we even use the word free that way then? Free means from the perspective of the person receiving the good or service without being charged for it. My show, for instance, is free, even though I use my own labor to create it. You're watching this for free, no doubt about it. This is such a bullshit argument to make. I don't even really think there's an actual point to it, except to sort of emotionally discredit social services somehow. Stupid, pedantic crap. I used to like these discussions years ago when it seemed conservatives were more adept with making such sophist arguments, but most of them don't even try anymore, and the ones who do come off like naive bourgeois college students who just read Ayn Rand and are really excited about it. Kind of cute, kind of pathetic, but there is no intellectual substance. Just a bunch of circular folk tales that seek to justify the existence ultimately of a billionaire class. Totally unrelated to actual economics, libertarianism is a pseudo-philosophy. Instead, here is the central economic issue of our time. Our society's worship of wealth as a god has resulted in billionaires using their power to squeeze hard-working Americans so intensely that it has created social unrest that has been harnessed by dark social forces to provide the raw horsepower for the fascist MAGA movement. Any economic philosophy that does not address the problem with billionaires is simply wrong. Private property must not be allowed to severely disrupt a smoothly running, well-ordered, rights-respecting democratic society. I shit on your private property. I'm Ron Reader, and this has been Ron Reader Digs the Universe. Join me, Ron Reader, again next week for another episode of Ron Reader Digs the Universe.